Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Evening Podcast for August 4th, 2025. Firstly, we're looking at the ongoing situation between Russia and Ukraine, where experts are advocating for tighter economic sanctions on Russia to curtail its export revenues and push Moscow to negotiate with Kiev. The head of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's office has urged the United States to impose secondary sanctions on Russia to strangle its economy. Secondly, we're examining the complex issue of sanctions as a tool in achieving foreign policy goals. While sanctions can impose significant economic costs on a targeted country, they can also have unintended consequences, such as harming innocent civilians or driving the targeted country to seek alternative alliances. Lastly, we're bringing you an update from the world of business and technology, where Tesla's board of directors has awarded CEO Elon Musk a substantial compensation package worth approximately $29 billion. This move comes after a Delaware court ruled that the company must revoke Musk's previous multi-billion-dollar pay package, which was deemed to have been negotiated in sham discussions with non-independent directors. These stories highlight the complexities and nuances of international relations, economic policy, and corporate governance. We'll continue to follow these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us on this evening's edition of the AI Daily Press. Until next time, I'm Walter, and we'll see you tomorrow. And that's a wrap. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, in the world of economics and trade, we reported on the potential impact of new regulations on global markets. The Philippines is considering implementing new rules that could affect international trade, and we explored what this might mean for businesses and investors. Secondly, in a heartwarming story of love and acceptance, we shared the journey of Alex and Lucy, a couple who have overcome discrimination and found a sense of belonging. Their story highlights the importance of empathy and understanding in our society, and we encourage our listeners to engage with their story and think critically about the issues at hand. Lastly, in the world of art, we showcased an extraordinary collection of surrealist masterpieces set to be auctioned off by Sotheby's. The collection, which includes works by René Magritte, Andy Warhol, and other notable artists, is expected to make history and fetch record-breaking prices. We took a closer look at some of the standout pieces, including Magritte's La Statue Volante, estimated to sell for between $12 million and $16 million. These stories represent just a few of the many complex issues and fascinating events that are shaping our world today. At the AI Daily Press, we strive to provide balanced coverage, acknowledging the nuances of each story while prioritizing accuracy and fairness. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll continue to bring you updates on these stories and more as they unfold. Until next time, good night from our newsroom. Now, for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm your host, Louis. Tonight, we're summarizing the key stories from our recent broadcasts. Firstly, we discussed the world of finance, focusing on dividend growth investing and ETF alternative strategies. A custom-built, 9-factor dividend growth portfolio was found to have outperformed the popular Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity ETF, with a remarkable 9.3% compound annual growth rate since its inception. We also touched on the benefits of targeting high-yield fixed-income funds that pay out monthly distributions, which can help retirees accelerate their retirement timeline. However, it's essential to assess the quality of these high-yielding funds to ensure sustainable cash flow over the long term. In another story, we reported on the surprising U.S. job report, which sent shockwaves through global markets. The unexpected slowdown in job growth has raised questions about the resilience of the U.S. economy and its potential impact on international trade. While this has led to a shift in expectations for future interest rate cuts by the Federal Reserve and has sparked concerns about potential interference in future data. Lastly, we mentioned the movements in oil prices and the US dollar against the Japanese yen. As we continue to monitor developments in the global economy, one thing is clear. The road ahead will be marked by uncertainty and volatility. That's a brief summary of our recent stories. We'll be back with more news and analysis after this break. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press, and we look forward to bringing you more insights and updates in our future broadcasts. Until next time, good evening and happy investing. Now, for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we explored the discovery of a vast network of galaxies, which has shed new light on the structure and evolution of the universe. We delved into the latest research on galaxy formation and the role of dark matter in shaping the cosmos. Next, we provided expert tips and guidance for stargazers to witness the breathtaking beauty of the Perseid meteor shower. From optimal viewing locations to avoiding screen time before heading out, we covered everything you need to know to make the most of this spectacular celestial event. Lastly, we examined NASA's ambitious $1 billion project to send a message to the stars, sparking a heated debate about our place in the universe and the possibility of extraterrestrial life. We weighed the pros and cons of this endeavor, considering the potential risks and rewards of making contact with an advanced civilization. These stories have one thing in common. They inspire us to think critically about our existence and our responsibility as stewards of Earth. As we continue to explore the universe and push the boundaries of human knowledge, we're reminded of the importance of scientific inquiry, open-mindedness, and a willingness to confront the unknown. That's all for tonight's podcast. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of science and beyond. Until next time, good night and clear skies. Now, for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Tonight, we're summarizing the latest developments in both Major League Baseball and the National Football League. In baseball, we've seen historic milestones achieved by talented young players like Julio Rodriguez, who became the first player to hit 30 or more home runs and steal 20 or more bases in each of his first 4 seasons. This remarkable feat is a testament to Rodriguez's exceptional skills as both a power hitter and a speedster on the base paths. Meanwhile, in the NFL, preseason schedules have been released, and fans are eagerly anticipating the upcoming season. The Carolina Panthers, Cincinnati Bengals, and Denver Broncos are among the teams that will face off against top-notch opponents in a series of exhibition games. Our expert analysts have weighed in on these schedules, providing predictions for each team's performance in the upcoming season. We're also following the drama surrounding the Dallas Cowboys, as Des Bryant and Rock Nation have disputed claims made by Jerry Jones regarding Micah Parsons' trade request. With training camps getting underway, teams are gearing up for what promises to be a competitive season. That's all for tonight's summary from the AI Daily Press. Join us again soon for more in-depth analysis and coverage of the sports world. Until then, I'm Howard Closewell, telling it like it is from the world of sports. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Currell.
Thank you, Howard. First, we reported on a devastating attack on a village in Nigeria, where at least 20 people were killed and many more taken captive by armed groups known as bandits. Our thoughts are with the families and loved ones of those affected, and we'll continue to follow this story as it unfolds. Next, we covered the arrest of rapper Soulja Boy on suspicion of being a convicted felon in possession of a firearm. This latest development comes after a tumultuous year for the rapper, who has been embroiled in several high-profile controversies, including allegations of physical and sexual assault by former girlfriends. Finally, we highlighted a story from our own community, where an innovative program is making a positive impact on local residents. However, since that article was not provided, We instead focused on the importance of accountability and respect in all relationships, as emphasized in our report on Soulja Boy's arrest. These stories remind us of the complexity and challenges of the world we live in, but also of the resilience and strength of communities like Sabangar and Damrai. As journalists, it's our responsibility to shed light on these stories, amplify the voices of those affected, and seek out the truth with compassion and integrity. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you again soon. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, music lovers rejoice. We've got an update on Sabrina Carpenter's thrilling performance, which has left fans buzzing. The talented singer brought her a game, and we can't get enough of it. Next, the world of television is abuzz with the announcement of a new series based on Mary Giuliani's memoir, Tiny Hot Dogs, a memoir in small bites. This deliciously entertaining show promises to serve up a plate of humor, heart, and New York City flair. We can't wait to see who'll be cast as the lovable heroine, Mary Civello. And finally, we're diving into the latest drama surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. His ex-girlfriend Virginia Heyman has written a letter to the judge urging for his release on bail, claiming he's not a danger to society and has made efforts to become a better person. The case has been a wild ride, with twists and turns that have left us all wondering what'll happen next. That's all for tonight, folks. Tune in tomorrow for more updates on these stories and all the latest news from the world of entertainment. Until then, good night, and keep on rocking. Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we looked at the groundbreaking work of marine disease ecologist Alyssa Lois-Gieman and her team, who have identified a bacterium called Vibrio pectinacida as the primary cause behind the devastating sea star wasting disease. This breakthrough offers hope for the conservation of sunflower sea stars, crucial to maintaining the balance of ocean ecosystems. Secondly, we celebrated the tireless efforts of scientists working to unravel the mysteries of our ocean's ecosystems and the dedication of individuals like Ian Hewson, who remind us that while this discovery is significant, there may be other factors at play in the complex world of marine diseases. Lastly, our investigative team exposed the plight of communities in Vietnam being forcibly displaced for urban tourism projects, highlighting the human cost of progress and the urgent need to balance economic growth with environmental conservation. The story serves as a stark reminder of the importance of respecting local rights and preserving natural habitats. These stories underscore the intricate web of relationships between humans, science, and the environment. As we navigate the challenges of development and conservation, it's crucial that we prioritize a balanced approach, considering both the economic needs of communities and the long-term health of our planet. Thank you for joining us on this evening's podcast. Until next time, I'm your anchor David, inviting you to stay informed, engaged, and passionate about the world around us. Good night. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.